Hello, long time no see. Well, I had some stuff happening, some eventful last few months, but now that's behind me, so let's get cracking. Even if you know what each button in Figma's interface does, that doesn't mean you know how to organize your project for scalability. Today we will learn how to organize files in Figma to get good foundations for your design system and all team projects. First things first, let's start with defining pieces of a project. We have, of course, project designs as a file, right? But before we are able to make them, we need a library of UI components, color styles, typography styles, and icons. They are all tangled together, but there are parts that come first. So we will start with color and typography styles. So let's open up Figma. I prepared a new project called Design System, and now we're gonna start with color styles. So let's make a design file over here. Okay, it's open. Let's call it colors. And let's just make two styles for now, because point of this video is to show you how I would organize my files when it comes to building design system for my future projects where I use all of those. So let's start with color number 1. Let's go black. The other one will be white, super simple. And then you press these 4 dots and then plus, and let's call it black. Let's do the same for white. Excellent. So now we have two color styles, but how to access it to in other projects and files? Well, you go to assets, and let me just quickly turn off my messengers because we are trying to record over here. So we click on assets, we click on this little book, which is theme library, and we click on publish. This means that we're gonna make this available everywhere in our team. So let's go to home. By the way, these files don't exist. I'm just gonna close them. You didn't see anything. That's right. And then let's do some typography styles. Voila. And then we're gonna have just two, let's say body and header. Let's use San Francisco. It's like totally unnecessary to do this right now, but I just love this. And for this one, let's put 20. And then what you want to do is, again, 4 dots plus body. Same process for every other, plus header. And as you can see, we have 2 of those. This is perfect. Again, assets, theme library, publish typography, publish. Excellent. Now let's do icons, because that's very important. Every project needs icons. Let's put another design file over here. Let's call it icons. And now I'm gonna use feather icons, which are open source, basically free. I saw comments that Font Awesome is not really working well with my plugin that I'm just gonna use. I'm gonna investigate that. I didn't have mental space to do that right now, but anyways, I downloaded feather icons. I'm putting the whole folder over here. So now we have like a mess over here, but then we're gonna trigger icon grid maker, my plugin, download it, use it, it's great. And then while everything is selected, we're gonna ungroup stuff to clean up. And then let's see if this is gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. Anyway, you cannot leave it like this, so you will have to basically unify and flatten every... Okay, wow. I pressed the button to see what's gonna happen and I nearly destroyed Figma. Anyway, what you can do now is clean up icons further. Let's create multiple components, and there you go. So if you're gonna resize this, it's gonna be a little bit tricky because I will show you what you need to do with every icon here and in future probably. So let's find something that we're gonna use in a minute or two. Let's say, which icon? Well, this arrow. And over here I'm gonna unify, I'm gonna flatten. This part is probably not necessary, but anyways, I will show you why I did that in a second. But anyways, we have icons right now. We go to theme library, we publish, and yes. And now what we're gonna do is let's make a file that will hold all of our components like buttons, input fields, drop downs, cards, tables, whatever you need in your interface. So let's call it components, and let's make most widely used one, a button. So we're gonna put a rectangle over here, we're gonna put some text, button, and the trick I often use is I just select everything and press Shift A, and then it wraps it into auto layout. Just make sure the text is not passing over rectangle, then it will not work. You will have to adjust it manually. And then let's put some margins over here, or padding. There you go. Maybe some border radius, let's say 8. Excellent. So let's first name it button. It's still not a component. So if we go to assets, pay attention to this one. This is a crucial step. Click on this little book, and then you're gonna see all these libraries that we published. And as I turn them on, you can see that everything that we just created appears in this file, and this is why Figma is so amazing. Everything is just available over here. So let's say I want to put let's say arrow right. Boom, it's here. I will show you why I cleaned up the icon in icons file. So let's reduce the size. As you can see, the left one is tweaked and it behaves perfectly. However, because this on the right side it's not tweaked, it's not working properly because everything is like lines. Anyways, if that happens, now you know what to do. And then let's put everything in the middle, and let's make button black, and let's make everything else white. Whoops, not like that. We don't want background here. Yes, we want this. Excellent. And also for text, we don't want to be just random, so we will use body over here. Excellent. And now we are ready to create a component. Perfect. Now we have a button that uses colors, icons, and typography styles that we just created. And we're gonna do the same thing with this one as well. We will publish it. Great. And now I'm gonna create a new project. Let's say project 1. And I'm gonna create a new file. Let's put a frame, let's say iPhone over here, and I'm gonna go to assets and then theme library, And I'm gonna turn on every library that we made before. So we have it available over here, but also we can just put button, and there you go. Actually tap me. And this is how I would organize my files in order to make sensible design system. So these projects can be whatever, but then when it comes to design system, you have your colors, typography, icons, and then UI elements that are using those three mentioned. And then you can use everything in any file, in any project you create in future. And if you update stuff here, it's gonna, you know, get updated in other files, such as, for example, project 1. I will demonstrate this real quickly. So this black can be, let's say, a little bit less dark. Let's say like this. Okay, and then you see this black dot? That means there is like a dirty file, like something changed here. So we will publish it. We will go to our untitled project, and then what we're gonna do is, well, pretty much nothing. It already updated, which is curious. It should ask you, do you want to review and change stuff? But anyways, this is how it works. And that's it. This is very basic example how I would structure my files, how I would have everything set up in design system, how I would start, you know, making like UI design projects with that design system open to use in those files. Anyway, this is it. I hope this makes sense, because I know that many of my students have a hard time figuring out how to actually properly use Figma, you know, in a way that you make projects. It's not only just knowing like what each button does, it's also about using everything in a way that can be shared with your teammates, with your designers, so you can work together, so you can have a handoff with developers, so you don't have to repeat yourself, so you have like one source of truth and you're fast in your workflow, and so on. I hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think. If you have some questions, please shoot them in comments below. I will gladly answer anything you want. Also, if you have some ideas, what would you like to learn about next, please write me, because right now I'm running out of ideas, like something exciting. Like, I have many ideas, but I want to do something exciting and something useful that you peeps want to learn about. I had a little bit strange summer, but now life is great. I'm super happy to be on YouTube again. I know I haven't been posting for a little bit, but I'm back and it feels good. And I missed you and can't wait to make a new video. Please also subscribe, because it's very much appreciated. Let's grow this channel together. And until next time, ciao ski!